watch enough extinction stories, and you start noticing a pattern, and you wonder why you don't see us anymore.
They raised their young slowly, cared for in extended families. The knowledge of roots, food, water, and safety passed from elder to calf. They touch to comfort. They stand guard over the small ones. And when the world quiets, they gather together, sharing the warmth of empathy.
They are magnificent, aren't they? Don't you worry that by taking down 3 or 4 a week, there might eventually be, well...
Look at plains, sea, graded tusked one, like grass, but it's crazy to say man can empty the world.
In recent years, we've noticed the herds of mammoths are moving further north. Where they once trampled the snow, the dark shrubs are rising.
Nature goes round and round. They are shy because the ground getting warmer. It's sky is falling talk. Don't listen to the cave shamans.
I'm here at the crossroads of a massive influx moving down from the north.
Thag, you've walked 1,000 miles.
Great tusked ones stopped coming. Elders said the herds were so many, like the stars. We took more than the earth gave back.
I'm seeing the new guys.
Ho! Ho!
Think Gazella forever. They never saw the empty north yet. We're the first to go bankrupt, hopefully the last.
The forest is sea of green. You see one bird, but behind that fern are 10 more. We cannot eat them all. It's like drinking the ocean dry. You naturalists are all the same, always with the gloom. Look at the forest, it's dense. The birds will simply breed faster. It's biology. The Barbary Lion, last to rule the frozen Mediterranean mountains. Their sweeping dark mane shields chest and belly against the Alpine winds. Unlike savanna lions, their family remains small. One great male, related females, cubs, tight-knit, wary, mountain-born.
In storms, they compress into one living hearth. The male shields the threshold. The mothers guard the center.
He checks the ridge before they stir in the early hours of morning. The storm passes. The fresh mountain air.
They are spectacle proof Rome masters the wild. A few lions lost? Hardly. Beasts like that never truly vanish.
Frontier power demands order. We hunt them to secure lands and herds. There are always more in the mountains.
Bounties keep villages safe. A lion's head buys stability. The atlas is endless. We believe they endure.
Now, walking through these Tasmanian woods, here's a marsupial, the Tasmanian tiger, though it ain't no cat, just taking in the world 1 cent at a time.
Now, here's something that surprises most folks the first time they see it. The Tasmanian tiger's jaw opens wider than you'd rightly expect it.
The gape could reach nearly 80 degrees. It wasn't aggression, it was communication and stretching.
Here is family life. They're quiet creatures, but not solitary. They learn by closeness, by watching, by following, by being near.
This is the quiet part. Safe, warm, close. Everything starts in a place like this.
They brought light and sermon here. Fences, wool, scripture. The Tas tiger's in the way. Civilization must prevail. The journals show dogs killing 10 times more sheep. Winter and disease kill more still. The stories build nations, fences, wool, ledgers. Unity requires an enemy. What kind of world would this be without our ways?
Empire rewards tidy balances. The company endured. Dividends paid. Native people and creatures were convenient to blame.
Your story's cost. He's the last one. You were never the villain. You'd be safer in there from those chimps.
Tens of millions of the American bison roam these plains. Towering and sturdy, they shape rivers, nourish the soils of new life across the land.
Calves break from the mass, bucking and spinning in dust.
Then fold back into the herd.
Protection is communal. Bison remember threats for years. Trauma reshapes behavior.
Long after the danger's gone, carried quietly through the herd.
Well now, the hairless ones sure seem busy. Looks like they're fixing to get their own kind moving along straight through this land.
Look here, that stack behind us. I've been hearing tell the great herd, the one that used to take days to pass, now clears the plains in 20 minutes.
Hard to imagine all that life just gone. You got lots of furs and room to drive your trains. Makes you wonder how much land y'all need.
Son, there's millions of them. You couldn't kill them all if you spent every hour of every day shooting. It's a mathematical impossibility.
But the math actually suggests that at the current rate of...
Math is for people who don't spend time on the range.
Talk of extinction is just a ploy by them East Coast city folk to regulate the hide trade. They want to control us country people.
There was a powerful kind of confidence in y'all 30 years ago. A real strong belief that somebody benevolent was in charge.
I thought surely, if there was a problem, I reckon somebody'd stop us.
For it was too late for the bison. And oh, Lord, what it done to the native people.
When the land barons wanted ownership to stick. Well, hard to argue with 1,000 head of domesticated cattle holding your claim. They're eating up all the grass, and they're drinking the water dry, clear across vast stretches of all this country, not much left for anything else. And there ain't room for bison in a system designed for fences. The ecosystem can't argue with a land deed. It just gets silent.
Extinction? Nonsense. Look around you, man. These animals are everywhere. God would not place creatures upon this earth.
The pygmy hippos spend their days in quiet, semi-aquatic meditation, gliding gently through the water with their young.
The public's attention is short. They'll forget these pygmy hippos after they're gone.
We have to supply minerals to big tech.
Welcome to the 6th mass extinction on this planet. Feels like we've seen the human response to this before. We know you like cows, but do you have to give them the Amazon? Who did you ask that said that was okay?
If you thought this madness, reshaping nature for industry and taste buds at the cost of species' existence,
Was limited to animals, think again.
the same logic has been applied to the plants that fed civilizations.
Amaranth, a nutritional powerhouse. Drought-resistant, packed with protein, and the backbone of the Aztecs. Ban it and plant Spanish wheat instead? Breadfruit feeds families with minimal labor across Polynesia. Replace the forest with sugar? Food security becomes an export commodity. Fonio survives drought. High in complete protein, minerals, and vitamins, and staple food for thousands of years. Replace it with thirsty wheat? Mesquite beans in desert are sweet and protein-rich, nourishing humans for thousands of years. Remove them. For grazing land, feed, and fences? You've spent $4 million on a herbicide to eliminate a plant rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, vitamin C, and B vitamins. This plant, purslane, has been feeding humans for thousands of years. You call it a weed, we call it food. You cleared all this so you can grow Iceberg Light, a lettuce with about the nutritional value of a wet napkin. You're looking at nutrition. I'm looking at revenue. We sell the herbicide and the lettuce seeds. That plant grows on its own in poor soil. That's not very good business.
Right. So the fact that the consumer ends up getting 90% less nutrition, that's a feature of the product?
It's an opportunity. We sell omega-3 supplements. We're making food more profitable by manufacturing need.
Discovered about 60 years ago, the world's cutest and smallest porpoise, 10 left, because of illegal gill nets for shrimp and black market fish.
You call what you're doing management of nature? If this was your job, you'd be fired a long time ago.
These guys are running out of a home.
Most of this planet's fertile land is cleared to keep and grow food for animal ag. Fields, forests, rivers, enormous landscapes tied to that one decision. And according to researchers at Oxford, the single biggest way most people can reduce their impact on the planet
is to stop eating animals. Aren't they cute?
Where's the carrot? I gave it to the little guy over here. That's why he's hopping around so much. Thinks he's a rabbit.